Hello Ample players, Reverend here, and this time we're going to be talking about Capoman and Strman. Capoman is a key switch instruction that allows you to insert a capo. It must be accompanied by another note which specifies the position of the capo, and that other note does not sound. It's part of the Capoman instruction. When we say position, we mean 4 frets from wherever the first finger is playing or wherever the capo is inserted. If you're at the 3rd position, that would include the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th frets, and that is said to be the range of the capo. When we use a note to indicate the position of the capo, we are using notes counting up the E string. And here I have an example. Here we have C-sharp 1, the instruction which simply says I want to insert a capo, and then the accompanying note which specifies the position, in this case an open E, and that says that this D arpeggio will be played in an open position. In the second example, Capoman again, but this time the accompanying note is an A, which is the 5th fret, so this D arpeggio will be played in the 5th position. Once again, C-sharp 1, the Capoman instruction, only this time a D is accompanying, and the final D arpeggio will be played at the 10th fret. I'm just going to show you that on the neck of the guitar. Okay, now let's take a look at Strman. Now, Strman is a series of key switches, or a range, starting at G0 and going through C1. As you can see from the tooltip, the 6th string is selected by using this particular key. And Strman is a way of selecting a specific string to make sure you get that string in case the sound engine wanted to do something else, or you want to recreate a piece of music note for note and string for string. So Strman allows you to select a specific string. In this example, I have a group of 5 notes, all the same pitch, but in each case I have used the Strman instruction to choose a different string. In this group of 5 notes, everything is exactly the same except the velocity of the key switch. You notice here that these are below 64 and these are above 64, and we'll get to that in a minute. So first up, I'm just going to play you the file and show you what happens on the neck. Same again. Okay, now I mentioned that velocity because we're about to talk about the rules, this high velocity here. Now the rules, the current Capoman instruction remains in effect until one of the following happens. First, if you simply override the old position by specifying a new one. And second, if you use a high velocity Strman instruction, you can change the position of the capo without an additional Capoman instruction. Third, if you use a high velocity legato slide, which is the key switch E0, it always changes the capo position. There are a couple of examples here. So if you are sliding around with E0 and you have a high velocity on the E0, it will always change the capo position. A high velocity hammer-on or pull-off will only change the capo position when the hammer-on or pull-off is out of the capo range. That's the 4-fret range that I mentioned earlier. And here's an example. If you use a slide-in with key switch D0, the capo position will be changed. So if you slide into the note A, the capo is moved to the 5th fret. Now you might be wondering why all the rules and when to use them. Well, flexibility is the big answer. If you have more ways to achieve the same thing, you will be using fewer key switches. Recreating a known composition, string for string and position for position, is another reason you might want to use one of the above rules. Or playing an arpeggio of a chord beyond the first position. So if you want a chord D and you want it played at the 5th fret, you can make sure of that by inserting a 5th fret capo instruction, and then you can get exactly what you want. And finally, being aware of the rules means you won't accidentally change the capo setting. And if you're getting weird results, you'll know exactly where to look, because it's going to be one of the key switches discussed on this page that has a high velocity when you didn't intend to change the capo position. On behalf of Ample Sound, thanks for watching.